taken in closed session. Student petition for reinstatement 15/24/25 to permit conditional enrollment in the traditional school program or other educational programs. The first move, second. Any second? All in favor? Aye. Student petition for reinstatement 55/23/24 to permit conditional enrollment in the traditional school program or other educational program.
You want to move those?
All in favor? Aye. The recording of this meeting is being made and shall be kept for 30 days as public record. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call. I am here. Adrian Rendon is here. Bob Insolette is here. Justin Wright is here. Sunny Hepburn is here. And I saw Miss Finch over here. She is here. Motion to approve the agenda? So moved. Motion made Insolette. Seconded by Wright. For student board member, anything? Okay. So you approve? All in favor?
Aye.
Book squad presentation. The two minutes left here. Yeah, two at home.
We'll have it next.
Okay. Robotics presentation.
Hi everyone, I'm the high school robotics advisor, and these are students who will be giving me presentation.
Hello everybody, my name is Al Bradley.
And I'm Lily, they're the captains.
I'm managing. So in this presentation, we're going to be going over the ways that you guys were able to support us last year during our build season and our competitions. And briefly, we'll be going over what our plans will be for this year and other things outside of just robotics, because we do outreach events and team bonding stuff that will also be in this presentation. So our sub-teams are our team structure for success by splitting into sub-teams. We have manufacturing, which designs the robot and then builds the base. We have technology, which does the electrical components and the programming. And then we have our business team, which is outreach and our team image. Okay. So this is the first thing that we do. This is kickoff in January. This is when we actually find out what the game is. So every year we have a different game. In this case, our game was Reedskate, water theme. So we go to the Aerospace Academy, which is where the event is held, that is local. And we meet up with a whole bunch of other teams, and we're able to talk with other teams and get to know them before we actually have to go into competition with them. This is where we find out, this is a picture of us actually watching the live stream presentation of finding out what our game is going to be. This is more of us eating before the event. And then we go into the shop after, and we have a brainstorming session. We go over the manual, and we really get in depth about our strategy for the year. Any ideas for robot design. We start our prototyping work. We really get to kick off. This is more of us in shop, talking, designing, and so forward.
Okay. Build season is when we actually start building the robot. The different sub-teams they start doing their respective things for the next like 6 weeks. The manufacturing sub-team, they build the robot, prototypes, and the CAD, the CAD team designs prototypes and different parts for the robots. The manufacturing team builds them. And the technology sub-team, they wire and program the robot and do what they want them to do. And the media sub-team, they make pins, these that me and Toby just gave out, pins, shirts, and posters to advertise the team during competition. Here's just us talking about and building a robot. See what we can do. Frame robots. Also here, we're putting an elevator. Just building it.
So Ventura competition is our first competition of the year. So our competitions are basically what we are working towards all throughout build season, all throughout the year, what we're training for. So we'll go to regionals in hopes of winning and going to the World Championship, which is in Houston, Texas. So this was our first one, the Ventura competition, which after 6 weeks of build season, we were ready for. So basically we'll get in the van with our mentors, our advisor, and we'll go down, get our robot checked in. Then for the next 2 days, we'll be going through the actual competition stage. So our competitions are kind of set up so that we kind of get to play the game with every other team there as either our opponents or our teammates. So we'll kind of swap opponents and teammates each match. But we have time in between matches to fix the bot, so that's where our pit crew comes in. So our pit crew fixes the bot and improves it between each match. And our drive team, the team that drives the robot and partakes in the game, that is a very cool part of it. But even if you're not part of pit crew or drive team, everyone on our team is always doing something at competition. It's a great learning experience for everyone, whether they're in the stands cheering, scouting out other teams, or just kind of doing research, looking at other teams, enjoying the experience. It's a great time for everyone. So at this particular regional, we had a lot of fun. We got past the qualification matches and were chosen for the second alliance, which is pretty cool. And we placed third overall, which is the best our team's ever done in all our years. So we were very impressed with ourselves. Yeah, I think we all had a good time. We brought our team closer together. These were our alliance partners. One of our alliance partners, Panther Robotics, actually placed second overall at the World Championships. It's pretty cool. We got to be on a team with them.
During the incoming freshman event, the 10 teams older model for robots in the past 6 months to attract viewers and students and information about the team. So this model in particular is called the Music Man. It's without halo of some sort, and it's very fun for incoming freshmen to like catch and naturally attract to the team. So here, this poster, we explain to them information about our team, so what our team does, its functions, and this event actually proved to be very helpful to our team. I think we attracted around 20 members this year, so we have a total of around 30 either returning or yeah, this is just an example of one of the many things we do to collaborate with you guys.
So AVR, or Aerospace Valley Regional, is our next competition, so that's in April. So we have a bit of time to, work in new changes to our robot and improve. It's definitely a lot higher stakes because this is further along, so all the other teams have also done that, and it's one of the last opportunities to go to Worlds. This is local. It takes place at Seaside High, so we get to partake in the community and the other teams from within our community. Yeah, we had a super good time. We actually got to take our mascot with us this year, so that was pretty cool. Just spread the Roseman spirit. Super fun. So at this competition, we were chosen for the 5th Alliance and we placed 8th overall. We're pretty happy with. It was a great competition. There was a lot of bonding.
So after one of the days at AVR, the school, the Eastside High, the hosting school, hosted a dance after, which is really nice because competition is really stressful for us, and being able to have something after for more recreational and team bonding is really nice to be able to have. It was for all the robotics teams. Unfortunately, we were the only team that showed up, but honestly, that kind of elevated the experience because it was more for us, and it really felt like a full team bonding experience for just our team. It was a really nice experience. So here we have more pictures from AVR. This one in particular is with our final alliance members that we were with. These two were actually from Turkey and Taifa. So that extenuates the point that these teams, for not just Worlds, but the regionals, come from all over the world, and we're able to meet a lot of cultures and experience a lot of things that we wouldn't be able to.
After the air our team volunteered to clean up components. So it took us a while to do that, and it ironically proved to be a team bonding experience. We had a lot of time to talk, and I think we really want to recognize another part of it.
So on the opening day of AVR, there's an FA-18 Super Hornet fighter jet that flies by Eastside High School, and we were lucky enough to meet that pilot. His name is Niels Larson. Since my brother and I are both pilots, well, I'm almost a student pilot, but since we're both pilots, we were intrigued by his work. We were lucky enough to have the opportunity to speak with him since he's so involved in aerospace and stuff. And my brother, right here, he's very interested in aerospace, test pilots, and the Air Force. So he was really excited to meet him. And Niels Larson is the upcoming pilot for the X-59, a supersonic just plane that flies. Tries not to make sonic booms. You know how we hear sonic booms around. They try to make something like that, but no sonic booms, super silent. And he's gonna pilot that, so it's pretty cool. Oh, upcoming events. We have back to school night. We're going to be presenting ourselves in front of parents and students to show where we are. Parent night. We are just going to showcase what the members' parents, or we're going to showcase the parents of the members in these teams, what their kids are going to do, and we're going to inform them on certain time requirements, because we do have a lot of things to do. The AV Fair, we are going to present ourselves. We're going to have a booth in the fair, in the Parade of Lights. We're going to be presenting ourselves there, a little local community event. We're going to show off our robot and our team, and our kickoff and build season starts on January 10th, 2026.
So that's going to be the end of the presentation. Right now, I'm going to hand around, this is an award that we won at AVR that you guys can pass around and we'll pick up. This is just one that we were able to get that we are really proud of. And then I would like to shout out our NASA mentors, Mr. Jason and Mr. B. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without them. And of course, our advisor, Ms. Schmidt, who is the only reason that we're able to have this club in the first place. And then another shout out to the team leads, because without them, our team would have no structure and we'd kind of be flailing around not being able to do. Oh yes, Will, get over here. So we have team sponsors. Our main one is NASA over here. These are just our sponsors from last year. Our sponsors change every year, but these are the ones from last year. Last year we have our Reefscape sponsors. We have NASA, we have DoD STEM, Clearway Energy, Carl's Hardware, and Haas. And SKUSD. So this presentation is all about thanking you guys for the support that you were able to bring to us. We wouldn't be able to do any of this without the funding and the room that you guys give us, so thank you for that. Like Toby said earlier, we got a lot of new members this year. Our team is up to around 30, and our room is very, very cramped. We're always looking for new ways that we can get space, not only for our team and for building, because it is very cramped, but also to test our robot is always a struggle for us, so that's something that we're always seeking to improve. Thank you, and are there any questions?
I have one. When I was listening, I can't remember which one of you was talking about, like in the new incoming freshmen, they're given an opportunity to sort of see what the prior robots do. So am I to assume that every year you create a brand new robot, you can never kind of build or tweak the one from the year before because the task is different every year?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's part of our rules. We're not allowed to reuse, even if at, say, right now, if we were to start working on, because the base of the robots is usually the same, even if we were to start working on one right now, we would not be able to use that. The start of kickoff, when we find out what the game is the official time that you're allowed to start building a robot.
Very very
it's a 6-week time period that we're stuck in.
It's awesome.
I do have a question. I want to get one of those shirts. So can I get a shirt when they come out?
We can. I think we can. When we come back, we can hand out shirts to the board members. I don't think that'll be a problem.
Email me your sizes. Sorry.
Any other questions?
Mr. B is Dave Varacek from
Yes.
Good. Okay. He referees high school football with me, so I already know who he is. And he also bugs me a lot on some of the things. 2 of them you mentioned. One of them is more space. One of them is a big, huge pad.
Oh, yeah.
The subject is, he hasn't bugged me for a while, so you can tell him I'm waiting for him to bug me more.
Okay. Yeah,
so I can bug these guys.
I mean, we're always looking for more space to be able to test our robot. But specifically this year, with how many new students we got, which was something new for us to get 20 new students all in one day. So we're kind of crammed in for space in our room, and we're trying to figure out how to compensate the best. But a new a bigger area would always help us.
When you say testing for that, like
we were able to use the gym. We were actually able to use the old cafeteria last year for our testing for a robot. It was the year before. And then now we've been, next to our room, there's a small slab of concrete that we've been having to use. Unfortunately, that's narrow, and we're not really able to do a lot of the maneuvers that we could do with a larger space. So seeking out, going into the cafeteria after school hours to, lay down mats and be able to do some stuff would always be something that we'd be open to.
is it like certain surface or
Yeah,
you couldn't use the gym floor because it could tear up the gym floor, and we do not want to do that.
I missed the date, so when is the date that you guys figure out what the assignment is of the project?
It's
The PhD capacity.
yeah, it was January.
Okay, so what are you guys doing now to prepare for that?
Right now, since we have so many new members, we're in a training period right now, training all of these new members. And then our nominations for our nominations for our leadership positions, besides our executive, because we're all executive leadership, that's decided the year before. But the official leadership positions for the sub-teams is coming up soon. So once that's decided, then we really start kicking into gear with training and preparing for the year to come.
That's very exciting.
What size concrete pad? Do you think
Right off the top of my head, I could not tell you, but we would like at least half a playing field, I would think, if not a full field. And I don't, right off the top of my head, I don't remember.
Dave does that.
We can have them bother you.
Yes.
That's great.
He does all the time, don't worry.
We'll make sure that he's in your
He has been, but he hasn't been this year.
Okay, he's been very busy, so we'll make sure.
Are there any other questions?
repeat to you are all the members? I have 1, 2.
Not all the new members, but this is, it's, you know, it's later and people are yeah. So people are, you know, unable to come, but this is a good chunk of our new members and a lot of our returning members.
I think we have about 4 returning members here. Chase is kind of yes, kind of and then plus
With the red shirts, that's fine. You guys
Wow. Wonderful. So you guys gonna take first?
Yeah, of course.
That's the goal, right?
Let's do it.
Of course we will.
We always want to go to Houston. Thank you, and thank you for your time. And I'm going to say I'm very proud of these guys and always. So, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Oh, it's charging.
Cal, did you get a bank from Trump?
Yes. That's in my car.
To do our 610 policy. As soon as that is approved and comes back, we'll then send it over to the district to talk about dates and times for negotiations. Okay. Other than that, all I got. Okay.
Okay.
This is a large great job. It's nice to see more kids involved. So far, so good. Report coming out next week. Ends next week already. So, then the first RTA meeting, but you know, communication has been very well between the district and RTA. So, no complaints. We'll see. That's all we got.
Thank you. Student board member.
Advanced drama students are preparing for an improv show this semester. And then our first grade spirit week was last week. It went pretty good. So, yeah. And then senior sunrise was also last Friday. Pretty good. And then this semester we are hosting a ABC US History College class on campus. And then as well as 3 online classes. FFA has some new arrivals to the farm. 2 new baby goats. Fun. And then our first home game is September 12th versus Knights for football. And then TMS, their back to school night is tomorrow. Title I presentation is at 5:15. Presentation of colors is at 5:30, followed by class visits from 5:45 to 7 p.m. And then TMS had their first volleyball game today. And their first dance is going to be Friday, September 12th at 5 p.m. in the cafeteria.
Thank you. CPO report. Mr. Irving.
Alrighty. It's time of the year again. I'm working on unaudited actuals for presentation in 2 weeks. Close the books on last year. Look forward to this year that we're already progress reports. Everybody had a good Labor Day holiday. The construction at West Park Satellite campus is like 97% complete. They have some more items for this weekend, and hopefully by the end of that they should be done with all the deliverables there. All the classrooms are ready now. It's just more of the ancillary stuff around. So, yeah, looking forward to finding out with sales so we can get this over and done with it, knock it out early if we can. Let's see what else we have. Today is 12 months for CBO meeting to find out what's happened in the last month or so as we statewide, come up on the analytic actual deadline and get updates from county as well as school services of what the state is and what things look like on a larger scale. That is that for me. Thank you.
Assistant Superintendent of Instruction and Curriculum, Dr. Wynn.
Good morning, everyone. I'm good as in person and also online. Congratulations to the students that presented today, servants and Ms. Smith, who will work with students as well. Everyone has been supporting them. We had an opportunity to participate in classroom visits, site visits with Dr. Fisher. He was here last week. We visited Roseland Elementary School, West Park Elementary School as well. And we had an opportunity to see some of the best practices, things that are being, some of the curriculum that's being utilized, and then met with the administration as well. So we'll be back again middle of this month, with 18th and 19th. We'll be back again, and we'll visit elementary schools as well as secondary schools. So that's the plan. And some continuation of the work that was presented earlier by Dr. Nancy Fry, and also Dr. Dave Joseph Aesop. We'll be focusing on the book for this year, and we'll continue to collaborate. We've been in contact with Dr. Wetzel as well and Ken O'Connor, and looking at finding out the proposed work on for this school year. Continue to work at the elementary, middle, and high school. We participated in the Instructional Leadership Network meeting, KCSUS. Today they focused on updates regarding Title III, also curriculum adoption, timelines, and curricular math was a focus. So what was discussed there. Participated in Back to School Night. Congratulations to the West Park Elementary and Roseland Elementary School site. Saw a lot of great parent turnout in terms of a lot of parents that showed up, and parents that were engaged in asking questions in regards to like plan for the year, different logistics, as well as parents had an opportunity to be the curriculum that the students really liked as well. And those are, I believe, those are the updates that I have. Oh yeah, in regards to PLC Institute, this is a picture of the members. We had 62 members that went to the PLC Institute Las Vegas at the end of June. And there you were with Dr. Lewis Cruz, who's also going to be facilitating some professional development sessions in Bakersfield. He's one of the keynote speakers as well as one of the breakout session presenters there, Dr. Lewis Cruz. He's co-authored several books. He's also helped facilitate professional development there at this Dr. Lewis Cruz there. And then this is the SKUSD team at the Advent Summer Institute in San Diego. And there we have 61 members joining us at the Advent Summer Institute there. We had our network attend the COP community practices, as well as collaborate during our team time, both at the PLC Institute and the Advent Summer Institute. The majority of the participants are teachers, outside administration as well, and district admin. The majority of our team members that participate in the Phil City Institute and Evansville Institute are teachers. And we bring back that information. I got a report from Liz Kenny, who's our implementation strategist from Avid, that collaborates with us. He said at 61 attendees from Southern Current, 100% indicated this was a good use of the timeline, 7% plan performance strategies from this training in the fall, and 56 badges were awarded to attendees from Southern Current High School. So they have broken down by different community practices, how many participated. So that is something that I received today, communication from Avid, as they compile the data for us in terms of our participants and what COPs they attended. So thank you to Ms. Gaines and to the board for your support and your support in the continued professional development. I think that not only impacts and helps increase knowledge, skills, and practices, but ultimately not only benefits the team member, but the students, as that information gets taken back to the sites and disseminated to school sites. So we appreciate support and Ms. Gaines as well for the ongoing professional development. And that concludes our report. I'll pass these on. Just going to take a look at what they shared out. They shared out through the Avid publication.
Thank you, Dr. Mendez. Assistant Superintendent of Special Education is out with injury, so you bypass that. Associate Superintendent of Human Resource, Leon Hargis.
Good evening, everyone. We're busy trying to, we have 4 certificated teacher positions that we're still looking to fill. Classified, paraeducators. We need them. We're doing additional testing every day. We have, people that just come into our office. We have a table, and they can take those tests there. And then at least once a week, they're having testing in here, larger groups of people. So we definitely, paraeducators are our biggest need. So if you know anybody that'd like to be a paraeducator, if they have 48 college units, then they do not need to test. They would just be eligible. So, paraeducators. The induction program, that's a 2-year program that teachers participate in to clear their preliminary credentials. That is getting ready to kick off here in the next couple weeks. We have 40 teachers that are going to be participating. And we have 19 coaches. So just lots of people, but 40 teachers clearing their credentials. We're getting out of where we're getting a lot of qualified teachers versus hiring more pips and stips. So that is a great thing for our district and our students. And we are getting some great teachers. We have 19 coaches. The coaches, it's a lot of time out of their day. They have a lot of things that they need to do, but we've had just a number of people that have stepped up and said, hey, you know what, I really want to be a coach this year. So that has really been beneficial. And then I kind of took maybe a couple arms and say, hey, we really want to do that because we have 40 teachers. So, and we definitely want our teachers to have some really great coaches that can support them through the program. There will be a training next Wednesday for our coaches, and that's going to be put, KCSOS is coming down to Southern Current because we have so many coaches. And so they'll be able to earn a certificate that will be good for 5 years. So that will definitely be beneficial to them as well as the district as a whole. Today there were SST coordinator interviews, and there's a couple more tomorrow. There will be a training up in Bakersfield for those folks on Wednesday, the 10th and the 17th. And what is it?
Superintendent Gaines.
Okay, thank you. I want to say good evening to everyone here and everyone joining us from home. It's been a great start for the 25-26 school year. It's been pretty quiet for the most part, which is, initially it was a little leery. I was like, oh, this is odd, but I'm actually getting accustomed to the quietness. So it's a great start. I've heard nothing but wonderful things about all of our schools and students and parents for the most part. I want to thank our parents first and foremost for the support they have given each and every site for the cell phone policy. I think the high school has had minimal issues at best, and I think the same thing applies to Tropico. And that speaks volumes about the community support that we are receiving. And I've heard from several teachers that it was the best opening and start that they've had in years, because what's actually going on now in the classrooms is students engaged in the learning process instead of being on their cell phones. So thank you to our parents and our students, and especially to our staff who are following that board policy adopted by this board to the T, and it means a lot. I want to thank Jeremy and Ed, because, gentlemen, it is a pleasure working with both CSEA and RTA. I always look forward to our meeting. We have a few laughs and we discuss some serious things, but it's always a professional and cordial, and I appreciate that. Speaking of RTA, I had a visitor last week, a former RTA president. I had Jim and Lori Quellman come to visit me last week, and they both looked fantastic. I was like, wow, you guys look great. And they've moved, but they live down in Temecula, but they were very excited to come and just to share a little bit about what's going on with them. I actually told them, Ed, in case you hear it, that I'm going to start a rumor that the Quellmans are coming back. So if you want to help me spread that rumor, they just, yeah, both of them just kind of shook their head like, oh my gosh, Mrs. Gaines, you wouldn't. But it was great to see them. I want to thank the robotics team and Kim. What a great job. Anytime you see an increase of students wanting to participate in something, the number has jumped up to, what did she say, 30. That speaks volumes about the program. It speaks volumes about her leadership with the kids. And I'm almost a little leery to say it, but I'm thinking not immediately, but down the road a ways, we may have the perfect spot for them to work on their robot, but I probably just need to hush that up right now. I also want to invite all the parents tomorrow evening. Back to school night is such a perfect time to get to come out, see the lay of the school, see the culture of the school, and actually get to spend a few minutes with each one of your child's teachers. So parents, please come out. Tropico is...
because, you know, the members that are returning and then having newbies come
in.
Exactly, I wonder about that. Like,
we're working on the team bonding and also training. We have to train on before, because safety is very important.
right.
Because we have a lot of things that can hurt people. So we want to make sure that we have a safety test that everybody has to take. There's training in each one of the sub-teams. So there's a lot that goes on.
Yeah, I'm glad there was a lot more interest. And Dr. Mendes, see, Davis here, what were the 56 badges that
The 56 badges, they're digital badges. You can something that you can include like in your email, or it's specific to the training that they complete. And so they complete, for example, let's just say transformational lead. You complete the sessions, you do the different modules, and they were awarded a digital badge and did a survey as well. Once they complete the survey, then they get a digital badge. So indicates that they have completed that module or that series of training there for that particular student. And then each like avatar can offer either similar or different badges that team members can participate. They could be focused on literacy, they could be focused on science, leadership, or each of their students doing practices.
It's just in the pictures we provided as well with everyone on the attendees that joined. I personally would love to get all of our teachers and staff together in the same place where we can all to know each other a little more and faces with names instead of just who is this and supposed to know who this is. You know, I think that is pretty important, is kind of engaging with each other. And I think we should try to get something going with our teachers and staff, and just so we just get to know one another, you know, kind of see everyone's faces from the different campuses and stuff.
Something fun?
Something fun, yes.
I wish people had thinking about that.
Now work.
It's the badge thing, like a certificate of completion, they do the surveys as well. But it's something that you can also like use on your email or it's like a certificate in the form of a badge. And then also students can earn badges as well. In according with the project with the audit coordinators, that there's a good platform where you can also earn badges.
Oh, okay. So last thing, our bus stops. Students, parents, can you please talk to your children that when they are waiting for the bus, they are to stay in a safe spot. Don't go into the roads. Intentionally, it's not funny to go and put yourself in front of vehicles. You're not going to want to see what happens. Please make smart choices. That's all I can say. Parents, please talk to your children, and students, please make smart choices.
Robotics presentation, thank you. I look forward to going to a competition if we can this year.
We will definitely invite you, and I have measurements.
Okay.
According to Google's. About 27, this is the interior, 27 by 54. 27 by 54.
What's the pad that you need?
It's huge.
That's pretty.
It's a huge, she said like half a football field.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
right.
it's right there.
It takes up the gym at East Side.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's not, it's, yeah, so. I just.
Mario, you're up.
Mr. Smith, thank you for doing all that with the robotics team. It's great that they're using their own robots to entice the new kids that are coming up. I think it's great. I heard that they had to not use the robots anymore for the next competition. It's a good thing they're using them constructively instead of just sticking them in a corner somewhere. That's great. And hopefully that is also teaches the new kids how to some of the technology that has to go with the framework, the building, the programming, all of that. That's great.
There's a lot involved.
There is a lot involved.
And they do a great job.
So that's really good. Glad everything's going smoothly, and the attendance. Oh my gosh, I haven't heard those kind of numbers, percentages, in years. That's awesome. Thank you, everybody who's parents. Make sure your kids are going to school. That's great. It's just amazing. With that,
I do remember my last question. I'm really sorry.
Okay,
is there going to be a back to school night for Rare Earth and Alt Ed? When is that?
It's September 10th.
Oh, September 10th? At the high school?
No, I thought that was.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, you're probably right. I don't know why I'm sitting saying that. So it's September 10th. Yeah, I'm already checked out for
We did have a different, you're probably thinking of a different, we did have a training on September 25th.
That's probably what I'm thinking.
So the night, school night is September 10th.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's the day. Okay. I was waiting for after topic code, so I pushed it out, so I don't want to confuse the parents. Okay. All right, awesome.
Subcommittee, anybody have anything? Okay. Do we have any, something that's in
Yes.
request to speak? Okay. On the field trip for Washington, D.C. There's a short blurb I should read, but take your time. Go ahead. Ethan?
We're here. Michael and I can.
Go ahead.
We're here. So we are working on putting a trip together for the high school to take a trip to Washington, D.C. The company we looked at kind of puts together everything for us. They do the flight package, they do the hotel accommodation, they even have a bus transportation for the kids that's specific that's for the kids. So no one else is with us, we don't get on public transportation. They pick us up from the hotel, they take us to places like the Library of Congress, the Holocaust Museum, the actual Capitol building, and the opportunity behind it is the kids get to see in person where our laws are built, like our country, our founding, and kind of you get to actually step forth beside just behind a textbook, actually get to experience it. We also go to the Arlington National Cemetery. We'll actually also go to the Smithsonian, as well as, I believe it's the Spy Museum for a little fun activity as well on the last day. This company offers the kids food, breakfast, dinner, and lunch provided, so that way it's all kind of inclusive. And then if we wanted to, they also actually provide transportation from our school to the airport and then back on the day of return. And we've seen it's a great opportunity for the kids to actually see our government in process, in person, not just from the desk, but from actually walking the halls of where our laws are being created.
I just want to add to what Mr. Escobar said. It's a good opportunity, because it's a great opportunity, because next year is the 250th anniversary of the country, and so there will be a lot of exhibitions that normally you wouldn't be able to see. And also, I wanted to add that I've tied in civics to my ethnic studies course, and towards the end of the year, when it culminates in a final project, the students have to choose an issue with their community problem, usually. And we had a pretty big turnout last year, bigger than we thought. And so there's more interest in civic engagement with students than we thought. I think there were some board members who had attended, actually. And so we think this trip is kind of a springboard to hopefully do it every year, kind of like Tropical does, but also a way to kind of identify those students who are really interested in civic engagement and foster that interest.
And we also did apply for a grant for $20,000 that we got from KCSO that does need to be spent, I believe, by March 26th. That was kind of the requirements they had. So they, Zach Safi, the guy who kind of helped us put it together, was like, you guys want to spend on a big trip, and then we'll send that money as reimbursement to the districts.
And just a clarification, it says from the 1st to the 5th on the paper, but we would actually do it 3 nights, I think. We decided it's a bit easier for us.
So I'm a company that worked a lot better with our flights, besides taking the kids on a red eye on a Saturday night. We'll leave like an 8 o'clock flight and would offer a little cheaper fares for us.
No, it's okay. We're still talking. What are the qualifications for the kids to be able to get to go on this kind of trip?
We're building right now with our admin team. We kind of set up the kind of idea is we want to stay close to what our achiever trip is with a little more rigor on it. Currently we're thinking about having teachers select 2 students they feel have met like these requirements, have gone above and beyond in certain areas, and then we'll kind of put them together into a final qualification. We've also taken into account the kids who engaged in our civic seal last year. I think like 30 kids, and put them in that pool as well to be included. And then we'll kind of go through the roster spot's only 20 to kind of stay in with the budget, because after that it kind of gets financially out of hand to fit more.
For the financial side of it, is it going to be reimbursed through the grant?
So part of it will be, we're trying to also get a fundraiser as well to help the kids fundraise, and then maybe ask if there's like we have a little after they're going to help cover that little bit cost that's left over after. Like
we don't think it would be anything above 15,000.
Of like left over to have the kids kind of fundraise. We're trying to figure that amount out to be relative. We want to be open to all kids. We don't want to make it too high where kids like I can't afford it, back out.
Well, that's why one of the things that I was looking at is we have to make sure that all kids are included and how we can afford to pay for these kids to be able to go. Because I really don't want them to have to come out of pocket, because I think that would eliminate some of the kids that may want to be involved in this type of thing.
So we don't either, which is why we're thinking of fundraising. It is part of the way that.
And you guys are still creating the criteria as to who would qualify to go?
We have a pool from the showcase that we did last year, but we do want to open it up to get other teacher feedback. Students who may not have attended that showcase.
And you said you guys want to take 20 students?
That's it stays within a budget that's like around affordable. Each kid is about 22. And that number's dropped with the new company we looked at. But we don't want to get any higher, more students that get involved. This creates that kind of bigger picture of like pay it down, and how do we actually get that money affordable to, with our grant included, to keep things low, so that all kids are able to attend, or as many.
So, did I just hear you say that it's about 2,200 per student?
Sorry.
So that's about 44,000. So it looks like we're more than 15 short. That would be about 25,000 short.
There was a
fundraising.
One of the companies recommended that their fundraising ideas was to have the kids like just kind of promote it, and then we kind of said if each kid raises fundraise 500, that would help drop it down to about 15.
There are other options as well with without the airfare included. In some of them, we can get it down to under 2,000 per student, but then we're responsible for the airfare ourselves. So.
I'm not gonna pay 138. It says 29 per student.
Yeah, that was the old one, because originally when we worked with her, then we asked about without airfare, and it somehow skyrocketed to 35. And then we kept doing research for a couple of months up before this, and another company reached out to us and like, hey, we have a great 3-night one. That would be about 18, 19 per kid.
Yeah, some of them were very expensive. They were running anything 60-something thousand.
Yeah.
So this is about the best we can find.
And the airfare is like $400, I think.
We budgeted with our admin for 20 kids plus the chaperones is about $8,000. And that's if we do it separately.
I just want to clear for the boards for their, so they are aware of this. Tropico Middle School does not, let me repeat that, does not have a trip to DC. It is never sponsored by Tropico Middle School. It is, they meet on the campus of Tropico Middle School, but all of the documentation very clearly states that Southern Kern Unified School District has nothing to do with this trip. So I just want you to think it's a great trip, but I just want you to be aware of that. I want to front load you with that information.
This is something we could do.
But I'd say I will let you know it is a liability.
Well, I just add if we're gonna go ahead with it, then I think like it's said,
have to give respect to John as well, and say courtesies. Just so not this point, we're not happy. And again, I'm all for it too. I can continue this year, right to you. But I just want to make sure that decisions are made before they drop the question of respect. Because they're doing the same exact thing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, on the, it's a consent item down at the last one. Okay. Consent items A through O. Does anyone have any questions? I do have a correction on M. The actual amount is no longer 55,130.26. The new number is 435.26. So we got it like a wait. A little bit of a break. I was trying to do the math real quick. About 4,000. Yes, almost 4,000. So, I would like to table O until we get a little bit more information on the liability side of it. I think it's a great trip. I think I would like to do it, but I want to see the liability side first. So we will bring it back in the next meeting, hopefully, as soon as we know the liability side. We got to jump. If we've got anything to say. Okay? Everybody okay with that?
Yep. I'll move that we approve the consent items with a new price for M and the table the trip to Washington to the next meeting. Thank you.
Second.
Who was that?
She wins. I'll let her win.
Who was that? You won? Or you did?
In 2 weeks.
I thought it was you.
Any advice, suggestions? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Approved raise 2025 raise. For the calendar?
Yeah.
What reason?
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Revised 2025-26. 18-month. Why is it 18 months?
Because that's how it was created. It was an 18-month calendar, and we had June 3rd as the board meeting night. Due to graduations in 2026, we need to move it up a day to Tuesday, June 2nd. It's a one-day meeting.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm going to fix that.
Second. The effort?
Yeah.
And Ms. Lett, second?
Yes, sir.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Curriculum and instruction. William settlement requirement, each school in the district to have significant textbooks, ebooks, or instructional material, or both, that are aligned with the constant standards adoption procedure section 60605, or Title I, Title II, Title III, Title IV. Dr. Mendez.
Yes, we had our wilderness visits, and based on their findings, we have 0 findings for instructional materials, and we had sufficient textbooks, also ebooks, which are the digital format of the textbooks, and they're aligned to their standards aligned curriculum. So based on the wilderness visits, we did not really find any instructional materials, and just wanted to report that or share that out. We visited initially Roseman High as well as Roseman Elementary, followed by later in the week Tropical Middle School and Tropical Middle School and West Park Elementary School. And then on page 142, starting 142, there's the backup of verification from each of the high schools that looks like there's sufficient instructional materials there for students.
Thank you. Now we have to recess to get the public's in.
Right.
Okay.
I move to recess.
A second. Motion by Hepburn, seconded by Vincelette.
8:17.
At 8:17. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Public, do you have any questions?
About
Anyone?
the Williams settlement?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I just want to make sure I was clear on. I just want to share in front of you. Our company has been covered by it. Thank you, Robert.
Okay. Go back to close, or let's close the public hearing. Reconvene.
Yep. Motion.
All right, we get to right at the end. Seconded?
I'll second it.
Motion by Wright, seconded by Vincelette. All in favor?
Aye.
Approved resolution 252602 regarding instructional material for the 25-26 school year. Dr. Mendez?
Yes, on page 148 and 149 of the packet is the copy of the resolution. The sufficiency of the instructional materials, the communication was associated with school sites, as well as here at district office, notified public that there's sufficiency of the instructional materials since the meetings will be held this evening. This building, in regards to the resolution for 25-26.
Thank you. Student, any advice? Move. Motion by Vincelette.
Second.
Seconded by Hepburn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Approve the requirement to proceed with the site construction bid at Roseman High School Early College campus, boys and girls locker room building. Mr. Irving.
Superintendent James alluded to earlier. This is the startup for the dirt to start flying. This is approval to formally go out there to use our website and also the paving press and hopefully paper. So if approved, if this action is approved, we could go out to I believe September 6th, September 13th in the AV Press with a job walk on September 19th at the high school so that contractors know what it is they're bidding on and everything. So.
I move to accept.
Second.
Hepburn and Ms. Lip. All in favor?
Aye.
Approve the project work authorization number 2025-2 between Llewellyn and Moody, Inc. and Southern Kern Unified School District for architectural services for the new 6,400 square foot school.
House.
Oh, 1,000, sorry. Okay. And associated with site work. Mr. Hervey.
All right, so this work authorization is for architect one to begin proper schematic and design work for proposed new elementary school. Up to this point, we've got very rudimentary based drawings, to send out the FAA of, okay, this is where the proposed site would look like, but not really enough to work off of other than these couple rectangles on a plot of map. So this would give them the go ahead to formally start working on more detailed drawings and plans for layout and official projects.
Do we know how much this is going to cost us?
Page 239.
Ah, page 239. Oh.
Can you just make sure the parking is like really good, please?
Oh no, we're trying.
Please, really.
Yeah.
Okay, just before we get going on that point, being a bus driver, I'm going to ask you some questions. Would it be easier to come in on Rosemont Boulevard or put in a side street and come in off a side street?
Either way, you're gonna get congested with parents because they're not gonna listen.
So it'd be better to have multiple entrances, like 3 entrances into the campus.
Or shoot on one side, parents on the other.
Yeah. How about like right in the middle of the school, like a big loop with just buses only? Yeah. Yeah. We like that. See? No, really, like. Yeah.
It's just the Tropico. Everyone knows the traffic over there, and it's just. Yeah. If you would put the parents in where the buses go, the buses back where they used to go.
Okay. I motion to accept.
I guess I'll accept. Is that?
You guess? Is that right?
I guess.
Yes.
Okay, motion by Hepburn, seconded by Vincelette. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Approve the following list of personnel items. Ms. Hargis.
I think we were going to table something.
Yes.
That was a request. Always. Just looking for it.
Right there, page 6. Page 6. Here we go.
The men's basketball position at Tropical is on the table for Labor Day.
Okay. So with that being tabled, I would ask that you approve the remaining personnel items.
I will move to approve except for the tabled item.
Motion by Vincelette. Seconded by Brendan. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Bye-bye.
Let's see.
No, sir. Yeah.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
But Ms. Finch?
I'll second that. I'm so sorry.
Spence made the motion.
Made the motion and seconded by Hitler. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
At 8:25.
Yes.